everyone, Steve with Hambo Investments. It's been a long time. I'm going to do a new update video. For you that have followed my videos, you know that I was working outside the country. I recently moved back to the US, and that's why I haven't made any videos in a while. So the first thing I'm going to talk about that I'm going to get into the video is I started a new channel. It's an entrepreneurial channel, reselling channel, buying and selling type channel. And for those of you that followed this channel prior to me going overseas, as you know, this is how this channel started out. And then when I went overseas, I wasn't able to do the whole reselling thing, and I changed this channel to the investment channel. So for those of you that have stuck around and followed me, I will leave a link down below for the new channel. But basically it's pool time pickers, and it's going to be basically, like I said, it's going to be buying and reselling things I'm selling on eBay, things I'm selling locally, things I'm buying locally, and just the whole entrepreneurial game where I'm showing you what I'm doing. So I'll leave a link down below for those of you that followed it into that sort of thing. I'd appreciate you going over there and subscribing and checking it out. So let's get into this video. This is, $13,000 update. Since last update, I think my last update was $12,000 update. So I haven't really done much since, with the whole move and being more expensive than I thought, filling the home with furniture and everything. It's really, taking its toll, so to speak, on the finances short term. So this is the breakdown of my account. So it's $13,000. The net returns to date is $759. That's just on the Fundrise investment portion. I'll show you the different thing with the IPO that I'm invested in going down. But I'm going to show you a complete update of this and try to answer some of your questions. I get a lot of questions on, well, how long have you been in? Where did you start? How long did it take you to get $13,000 in this account? So I'm going to go over that right now. So I started in basically towards the end of June 2018. So it's been about a year and a half. And I started with $1,000 and I slowly put money in. Here's where I invested in the IPO. So it went up quite a bit. And then it continues to trickle on up. And currently $13,000, I'm roughly making about $1.20 a day in dividends currently, so it's not too bad. So let's go over the dividends. And this last quarter was pretty good with M1 Finance, or M1 Finance, Fundrise, and M1 Finance is a different investment for stocks. So if you want to follow along, check those out. But I'm talking about Fundrise right now. So this is a dividend that I made this last quarter, so it's my best quarter so far. Every quarter went up until the previous quarter 3, where I went down, and now I'm back on track and going again. They had a very, very good quarter. So let's go into the performance. So the year to date, that Fundrise does advertise like 8 to 12% a year, and I have not seen that thus far. So that's probably what they had prior to. But when you consider the Fundrise and the IPO, I am probably at around the 10% range, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. So as you can see, 2018, this is what I put in, net returns. This next year, 3,900, 2019, net returns. And this year, I've only put in $385 so far this year, net returns all time, equaling the $13,000. But as we can see, this money, even though it counts the total money, it's not counting. The IPO is not separate here. I wish Fundrise would separate the amount, because I'm making these net returns based on roughly $10,000 and not the full $13,000. So it'd be nice to be able to separate that and show it. I'll show you here in the portfolio. Here's some efficient totals, and $10,000 is what I have invested with Fundrise in the different projects. And then down below is $2,700, which is in the Fundrise IPO. So, and they estimate that's worth about $3,400. So that's where I'm getting, even though I can't, this is somewhat illiquid for the first, 5 years, this is what they anticipate it's worth now. So roughly I've made, $700 for the IPO, and roughly, $750 for the investment. So, roughly $1,400 to $1,500 combined, which is not too bad for a fairly small account investing. So, that puts it at roughly around 10% total, but not 10% for the year. But it's hard to dictate that because I'm constantly putting money in, so you don't get a true estimate of what you're making per year unless you really dive in and dictate the numbers and separate the money invested versus the time invested. So yeah, let's see, features. I think that's about all I want to talk about today. So I will, if you are interested in Fundrise, I still think it's a very good investment to, invest in something you normally wouldn't be able to invest in, without large amounts of money, where you can put small amounts of money and let Fundrise experts invest in real estate for you. So I will leave a link down below if you are interested. I appreciate the support. I've had 6 people based on my Fundrise videos that have joined Fundrise, and I appreciate that. You don't really get much for Fundrise for referring people, but they do eliminate the advisory fees. So I do appreciate that. It probably only worked out to maybe $4 or $5 over the course I've been in it, but anything's appreciated, and I really don't care about making money off, sharing my information. I just want you guys to get in good investments and invest for your future. So I appreciate it. And again, if you guys have time, go ahead and check out Pool Time Pickers if you're into that sort of thing, and support that channel. And thanks again, guys. Bye.